Okay, writing it is. And what are we doing? We're writing a brochure. What do we know about a brochure so far? Front page has got to have the company name, the logo, and the headline. The inside pages have got to have all the information, the facts, everything they need to know about it, and the map and the pictures. And the back page has got to have the contact details and some sort of call to action like book now. Book your place now, don't miss out. On the back cover. This is what we know. What was your task? You had to go and choose a planet, a star, anything you liked, a moon. You had to make sure you had some sort of either oxygen or hydrogen or something that you could split to make water, or you had to worry about its radiation. Was it stable? Did it have any minerals or metals on it? You know, what was its day, night, its frozen water, its temperature? Pick one out of anything you liked. I, of course, picked Mars. I'm putting my space station on Mars. That's what my pamphlet's going to be about, getting everybody on Earth interested and relocating to my colony station on Mars. Now, yesterday we had to write a compelling headline. We needed a headline. And it had to be not just, look at me, because it doesn't mean anything. It had to mean something. So my headline was, sick and tired of life on Earth, learn how new colonies are doing it better. I'm not 100% happy with that. I'm still going to work with it, but it's a start. Got to have a start. And then I asked you yesterday to list all the reasons why you chose your planet, because those are going to become your selling points inside. List all the reasons why you chose your planet. Here were my reasons. I chose Mars because humans are curious. They are curious people, and I'm going to talk about how, you know, people have always gone off and explored the world, and Columbus and Magellan and Pizarro and all, they went off and explored the world, and not Maui, I can't remember his name, the one with all the walkers that came down from Polynesia and explored the South Pacific. People have always been, you know, ocean going, out on the ships exploring. They're curious what's out there. What's out there? I want to know. And I'm going to appeal to that in my brochure. Instead of it a sailing ship, it's going to be a spaceship. And we're going out to the new frontier to discover the new lands. So what else have I got? Continuation of our species. You know, what if something happened that knocked Earth off? If we had people living on other planets, then the Earthlings could continue. I don't know. But it's going to be one of my selling points. It's only fake. I can have any selling point I want. What else have I got? Resources for Earth. Maybe there is a planet up there that's got some really good resources. Maybe there's a planet full of diamonds. I don't know. Maybe there's a planet full of gold. I don't know. And then we could bring all sorts of... Maybe it's something that we need to build technology with. What do we need for technology? Copper and... Is it titanium? No. Starts with a T, copper and something starting with a T that builds all of our computers, and maybe there's a planet full of it that we could bring back to Earth. That could be a good reason to go up to the colony. What's another reason? I chose Mars because it's relatively close to Earth. I don't have to travel forever to get there. A backup planet in case of a disaster. That's kind of the continuation of our species. I'm thinking, you know, if there's a giant disaster on Earth like global warming or some big thing that, you know, melts the Earth and Earth can't survive, then it's a backup planet in case we stuff this one. You know, my brochure, I can use any smart words I like to try and convince you. Why else have I got it? Here's a controversial one. Improving life on Earth by removing lots of people and putting them elsewhere. So not killing anybody, but just saying Earth's too crowded and too polluted and too full of people. I'm going to pick up a whole bunch of them and relocate them somewhere else, which will ease the pressure on Earth. There won't be so many people to feed. There won't be so many resources, and Earth could recover a little bit. You know, that's going to be one of my selling points. Why else did I choose Mars? Well, I noticed that there's carbon dioxide, CO2, and oxygen, O2, and nitrogen. And I know that I could possibly pull the O2 out of the air into a special filter and feed it into my colony. And nitrogen is needed to make plants grow. Nitrogen and phosphorus and stuff you need to make plants grow. So if there's nitrogen already up there on Mars, could I harness it out of the atmosphere or the ground or the soil or whatever out there, and could I get it into my greenhouses in my colony? Because the plants need nitrogen. What else do I know? Oh, they have really good effectiveness of solar power on Mars because they have a really good amount of sunlight, radiation, daylight, sunlight coming through from the sun's rays. So solar panels and solar power would work really well on Mars. So these are my reasons that I chose Mars. So yesterday you made a list of reasons of why you chose your planet, because those are going to be the selling points that go in the middle of your brochure. Today, what is today's task? Today's task is this. I've got a happy face and a sad face drawn on my page. When I was doing my research, I discovered that there were quite a few negative things about Mars. That's my sad face. The happy face is what I could possibly do about them for my colony. So, first negative face thing was toxic soil. If we go to Mars, there's toxic soil. What am I going to do to fix the toxic soil? I'm not even going to plant in soil. I'm going hydroponics. So I'm not even going to plant in soil. I'm going to have greenhouses with hydroponics, and that's how I'm going to grow the food. So my toxic soil is one of my negatives. How am I going to fix that negative? Glasshouse hydroponics. Fixed. So when I do my glasshouse hydroponics, or even aquaculture, I might take fish with me up to Mars and have like big fish tanks, and then the plants get fed from the water for the fish, and then it goes all around, and then the fish poo and everything becomes the nutrients that goes through the plants, and aquaponics. That kind of, I might do aquaponics or hydroponics, but I won't use the toxic soil. All of these are going to be stuff that goes into my brochure, because people will go, oh, I can't move to Mars, it's got toxic soil. And in my brochure, I need to go, but you can, because all the food's going to be hydroponics and aquaponics. See? What else? What's another reason I came up with? There's very low gravity there, which means you get sort of a weakness in the bones and you get muscle loss. So I reckon for this one, I just put that in the wrong spot. I'll make sure we've got lots of gyms and outdoor areas and walking areas and muscle, weights. If you're going to live on Mars, you've got to join the gym so that you don't have muscle loss and bone weakness. Radiation is a problem on Mars. Whoops. Well, I'm going to have a shield. We're going to live in a habitat that is shielded from radiation. There's not a lot of water up there. So I'm going to just build a water processing system. It's quite cold. The temperature can get quite cold at night up there. Again, we're in a habitat, a temperature-controlled habitat. So long as we're not outside, it won't be a problem. And the atmospheric pressure is very low up there, which means you can't just breathe by yourself outside. So if you want to go outside, you wear a pressure suit. Otherwise, you're in the dome habitat, and the dome habitat is pressurized. There you go. I found all the problems with Mars, and I've worked out how I'm going to solve them for my colony. That's what you're doing. Find the problems that your planet, your star, your moon are going to have to live on, and then find a solution. Righty-ho, we're out of here. I'm going to go catch you up at reading.